Hey Floyd, what was your reaction to the fight, man? What was your reaction to the fight, man?
Man, you gotta just create more action. That's a sparring session as far as I'm concerned.
The boxing world was turned upside down last night. Two fighters stepped into the ring. One a rising superstar with devastating power, the other a determined challenger with something to prove. But when the final bell rang and the dust settled, nobody got what they expected. A majority draw. The scorecards left fans stunned as Gervonta, Tank Davis, and Lamont Roach Jr. fought to a standstill that nobody saw coming. In a sport where definitive outcomes are the currency of greatness, this ambiguous result has lit up social media, divided the boxing community, and left everyone asking the same questions. Was this justice or robbery? Did the underdog get the respect he deserved? Or did the knockout artist fail to deliver when it mattered most? When controversy strikes boxing, there's one voice that carries more weight than almost any other: Floyd "Money" Mayweather. The undefeated legend, whose perfect 50-0 record stands as a testament to his mastery of the sweet science, has finally broken his silence on this shocking outcome. And trust me, what he had to say has only added fuel to an already raging fire.
Now, who you thought won? Lamont.
You thought Lamont won? By how many rounds?
I don't know.
You still want the Tank Davis fight?
So what?
You still want the Tank Davis fight? What went wrong? What went wrong? Take out a little steam or fire out of it, or is it still the same?
I mean, we're gonna see. I'm the best fighter in boxing. I've been saying this, so.
Shakur, what went wrong for Gervonta in this fight? Just because, could we say maybe because Lamont didn't come in, they really...
I think he got overconfident. I think he was thinking Lamont wasn't that good. I told everybody how the fight was gonna go. The fight went exactly how I said. Exactly.
After seeing this performance from Gervonta, do you believe your confidence has gone a little bit more up?
My confidence been up. I've been knew I was the best.
From the opening bell, everyone thought they knew how this story would unfold. Davis, with his thunderous left hand that had left 93% of his previous opponents staring at the ceiling lights, was supposed to claim another victim. Roach was supposed to be another stepping stone in Tank's inevitable march toward boxing immortality. But Roach never got that memo. Round after round, as Davis stalked forward looking for the kill shot, Roach showed the heart of a champion. He absorbed pressure, slipped punches with veteran poise, and fired back counters that repeatedly snapped Davis's head back. The early rounds went to Davis's aggression and power, but as the fight progressed, something remarkable happened. Roach began winning exchanges, outworking the favored champion. By the championship rounds, the arena was in disbelief. The supposed mismatch had transformed into a chess match, with Tank hunting for that one decisive blow, while Roach meticulously banked rounds with consistent output and tactical brilliance. When the final bell sounded, the fighters' contrasting expressions told different stories. Davis, bruised but confident, raised his hands in what looked like certainty of victory. Roach, meanwhile, wore the satisfied smile of a man who knew he'd done the impossible. He'd gone the distance with a knockout artist and more than held his own. Then came those fateful words that ignited chaos. We have a majority draw. One judge scored it for Davis. Two others couldn't separate the fighters. In an instant, the boxing world erupted.
Pues ahora sí que dieron una gran pelea, ahora sí que me sorprendió la pelea que dio Lamont Roach y bueno, fue una gran pelea para toda la aficionada.
¿Tú crees que fue un empate?
No, yo creo que no, creo que le quedó una de ver la caída a Lamont Roach, pero bueno, decisión de los jueces y del referee que no le hizo válida la caída, no le hizo el conteo.
¿Qué le fue mal en esta pelea para Gervonta? ¿Qué fue lo que no hizo para que los jueces le den esta pelea? ¿Tú qué piensas?
Bueno, él nada más apostó a un solo round, a un solo golpe para poderlo noquear, y el cual Loma venía muy bien preparado, muy bien concentrado en el plan de trabajo. Y bueno, creo que a Tank le faltó presionar, tirar más golpes para ser más contundente y que se viera más efectivo a la hora de la victoria.
¿Te gustaría ver una revancha entre ellos?
Pues estaría muy agradable. Ahora sí que la primera estuvo muy buena, yo creo que la segunda también.
When Floyd Mayweather speaks about boxing, people listen, not just because he's one of the greatest to ever lace up gloves, but because his analytical mind sees things others miss. His initial reaction to the Davis-Roach draw wasn't just surprising, it was scathing. I've known Tank since he was a kid. I've seen his growth, his power, his potential. Mayweather began, his face betraying the disappointment in his voice. But last night, that wasn't the Tank Davis we know. That wasn't the fighter who strikes fear into opponents. And I've got to keep it real, Roach outboxed him. Mayweather didn't hold back, dissecting Davis's performance with the precision of a surgeon. Where others saw power, Mayweather saw impatience. Where fans saw aggression, he saw predictability. His words cut through the noise with characteristic bluntness. Boxing isn't just about who hits harder. It's about who's smarter, who adjusts, who can think under pressure. Mayweather continued. Roach showed that boxing IQ. He weathered the early storm, adapted his game plan, and started beating Tank to the punch in those later rounds. The boxing legend's analysis wasn't just about what went wrong for Davis. It was equally about what went right for Roach. Mayweather praised the challenger's discipline, his ability to stick to a game plan even when facing one of boxing's most intimidating punchers. Roach fought with the kind of patience and precision that wins world championships. Mayweather noted, he didn't just survive in there, he thrived. In my book, Roach did enough to get his hand raised. The draw. I don't see it that way. Mayweather's take sent shockwaves through the boxing community, but he was far from alone in his assessment. The sport's biggest voices quickly joined the conversation, creating a perfect storm of debate that transcended the fight itself. Fans stormed social media in two distinct camps. One side rallied behind Roach, celebrating what they saw as a career-defining performance that deserved victory. Their message was clear. Heart and skill had triumphed over hype and expectation. Roach exposed Tank tonight. Read one viral tweet with thousands of shares. Boxing over brawling, IQ over power. This wasn't a draw. It was a coming-out party for Lamont Roach. The other camp defended Davis fiercely, pointing to moments of brilliance where his power had Roach in trouble. Y'all forgetting those body shots in round 4? Or that left hook that nearly took Roach's head off in the ninth? Tank was landing the more meaningful punches all night. Meanwhile, boxing analysts delivered their verdicts with equal conviction. Veteran commentator Max Kellerman praised Roach's ability to neutralize Davis's greatest weapon, his left hand, through intelligent movement and timing. Former world champion Timothy Bradley argued that Roach's higher output and cleaner punching should have earned him the nod on the scorecards. Even current fighters couldn't resist weighing in. Shakur Stevenson, himself known for boxing brilliance, tweeted simply, Roach 8-4. Ryan Garcia, never one to miss a moment to antagonize a rival, posted, Tank exposed. I'd knock him out in 3. The debate wasn't just about one fight anymore. It had become a referendum on boxing itself. Was power still king? Or was the sweet science truly about the art of hitting without getting hit? The Davis-Roach draw had somehow become boxing's philosophical battleground. For Gervonta Davis, this majority draw represents more than just a non-victory on his record. It's a pivotal moment that could define the trajectory of his entire career. Davis has long been touted as boxing's next superstar, the heir apparent to carry the sport forward. With his explosive power and magnetic personality, he seemed destined for pay-per-view glory and mainstream recognition. But the Roach fight raised uncomfortable questions about his complete skill set. This is Tank's moment of truth, explained renowned trainer Teddy Atlas in his post-fight breakdown. Great fighters don't just win, they adapt, they evolve, they overcome challenges. Now we'll see what Davis is really made of. The lightweight division remains stacked with elite talent. Vasily Lomachenko's technical wizardry, Devin Haney's surgical precision, and Teofimo Lopez's blend of power and skill all present unique challenges. For Davis to rule this murderer's row of 135-pounders, the Roach performance suggests he can't rely solely on his left hand to solve every puzzle. Critics point to Davis's tendency to load up on single shots rather than work behind a consistent jab. Others question his stamina in the championship rounds, where Roach notably outworked him. These aren't just technical critiques. They're potential roadmaps for future opponents looking to neutralize boxing's most feared puncher. Yet history is filled with great champions who turned moments of doubt into fuel for greatness. Muhammad Ali reimagined himself after his first loss to Joe Frazier. Canelo Alvarez evolved from a raw puncher to a complete fighter after struggling with Floyd Mayweather. The draw against Roach could be the wake-up call that transforms Davis from a devastating puncher into a complete boxing master. The question now isn't whether Davis has the talent. It's whether he has the humility and dedication to address the gaps in his game that Roach exposed to the world. While questions swirl around Davis's future, Lamont Roach Jr. finds himself in an entirely different position, one of unexpected opportunity and newfound respect. Before stepping into the ring with Davis, Roach was viewed by many as just another opponent, a necessary fixture in the boxing ecosystem, but not a serious threat to the division's elite. Now, in the aftermath of 12 rounds that shocked the boxing world, Roach has emerged as a legitimate player with a suddenly bright future. Sometimes in boxing, it's not about winning or losing. It's about how you perform when the lights are brightest, explained former champion Andre Ward. Roach showed he belongs at this level. He proved he's not just tough, but skilled enough to hang with anyone in the division. For Roach, this performance could open doors that previously seemed permanently closed. Top promoters who might have overlooked him are now likely seeing potential dollar signs. Fellow contenders who might have dismissed him now have to acknowledge him as a legitimate threat. The financial implications alone are transformative. Roach's purse for the Davis fight, while substantial, pales in comparison to what he could command moving forward. Whether it's a rematch with Davis that fans would now eagerly anticipate or matchups with other big names in the division, Roach's market value has skyrocketed overnight. More importantly, Roach now has something that can't be measured in dollars: belief. The knowledge that he not only survived but thrived against one of boxing's most feared punchers will serve as psychological armor in every future battle. For a fighter who has long operated in the shadows of bigger names, this newfound confidence could be the final ingredient needed to transform from contender to champion. As Mayweather himself noted, Roach didn't just fight well, he fought like a man who knows he belongs with the best. That's something you can't teach. Either you have it or you don't, and Roach showed he has it in spades. The majority draw between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach Jr. has done what truly great boxing matches should. It's left us with more questions than answers, more debates than certainties. It's reminded us why, despite its flaws, boxing remains the theater of the unexpected, where reputations can be made or broken in the span of 36 minutes. Floyd Mayweather's candid assessment has only amplified what many observed, that boxing is a sport where power meets skill, where aggression confronts technique, and where no outcome is ever truly guaranteed. His words serve as both a warning to Davis and a validation for Roach, delivered with the authority that only an undefeated legend can command. As the dust settles on this unexpected result, both fighters now face diverging paths. For Davis, it's a moment of reckoning, adapt or risk being left behind by a division teeming with hungry contenders. For Roach, it's an opportunity to capitalize on newfound recognition and transform one great night into a great career. One thing is certain, boxing is at its best when it surprises us, when it forces us to reconsider what we thought we knew. The Davis-Roach draw has done exactly that, leaving an indelible mark on the sports landscape and giving fans a fight they won't soon forget. What did you think of the fight's outcome? Do you agree with Mayweather's assessment that Roach deserved the victory? Or did the judges get it right with a majority draw? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more boxing analysis and exclusive reactions from the sport's biggest stars. Until next time.